Right, we gotta start with the top topic, man. Essie Dons, they must case. you know, they're in the cup, they're out the cup, they're back in the cup, but to what extent? Do you know what I mean? Like for the backstory for people who are watching and listening, they're probably thinking, "What's going on here?" So basically, they were in the Plumstead Cup quarterfinals. They made it through, despite some people on the Hatcham side not being too pleased on, you know, things happening. Then they got kicked out of the cup. So Hatcham were gloating all online, saying like police officer,
Talking
I think it's Jamie Leggett, was it, gloating
yeah,
online?
yeah.
And then yeah, things just happened magically, and now they're back
As
in
they do.
there
As
quarterfinals,
they
as they do.
Anything. We do what dons do, longest name, anything.
And yeah, boy, it was a minefield on Twitter. So yeah, to
It
say
was
the
an
least,
interesting one to say the least. Listen, you know what?
it was.
Sometimes the big boys have to remind everybody why they're the big boys, isn't it? Sometimes.
Boy, you trying to say they pull some strings? What are you trying to say?
What I'm saying is, sometimes the big boys have to remind everybody why they're the big boys. Now, maybe it's because they've got a greater knowledge of the rules. Maybe it's because the rules don't apply. I don't know. I'm not here to say what's what. All I'm saying
Yeah.
is, sometimes the big boys have to let everybody know why they're the big boys.
For those who don't know as well, there was talks about an ineligible player, i.e., Big G, for the game that happened, that didn't happen, that did happen, that might have
But
happened. Um, we leave it at that. But yeah, so again, SC Dons are now through to the quarterfinals of the Plumstead Cup, much to the disappointment of one Jamie Leggett and the rest of Hatcham. So
listen, I know Jamie well. Talk to him frequently. He's a really good guy. Jamie, if you're watching this, brother, you just have to charge it to the game, man. Just charge it to the game and move on. Just leave it at that. Because listen, what's done is done. It is what it is, isn't it? Sometimes you get caught out when you're trying to do banter too soon, and then the big boys come and pull your trousers down. It happens, man. Like there's not much you can do about it. It happens, man. It happens. Listen, we've all seen Prison Break. We've seen how Teabag used to make people hold his pocket. This was that. That's exactly what this was. This was dead man saying, listen, see the pocket? Sometimes you gotta hold my pocket. So it's just like, boy, listen, when someone pulls a power move, there's two ways you can deal with it. You can either respect it
yeah,
or you can cry about it. Now crying
yeah.
about it, you're gonna get ripped apart. Respecting it, accept it, learn from it, maybe even try to pull one or two moves that they pull. But listen, that was some pretty serious stuff. Because listen, when I saw it all popping off, I was shocked to see some of the things that was being posted on the socials, and it was almost like as if, forgive my phrase here, the fat lady was already singing. But in actual fact, the fat lady hadn't sung at all. So it
No,
was just one of those
no.
things. Like, don't count your chickens in it until they come home to roost.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I saw like things flying everywhere. I was seeing like, well, I was seeing Mrs. Leggett. Shout out to Mrs. Leggett as well. She was riding
Yeah,
high
yeah.
for
Listen,
for her man. You know,
listen. I don't know anybody who rides or dies more than that, boy. Even when you know you're gonna dead, you're just there, just riding and dying. It's
it's there.
listen. I love to see it. I love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, even like she was going at Young Mad B and everyone was catching strays from Mrs. Leggett.
Listen,
So, boy,
I was kind of shocked, really, to see anybody kind of. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. If somebody tries to reach for my missus like that, it's problems, isn't it? I think that the only thing I can say is that it's problems. Like
yeah,
it's problems. It's big problems. But they were moving mad. There's a couple men were like, because her name isn't even Leggett on Twitter, and they're like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
never even use last name. Bruv, like it was mad. Like it was getting techie in there. It was getting techie in there. Like
I was thinking, like, how did we get here? Like, we're talking about quarterfinals, and now we're talking about.
like, how did we get here? How are we talking about your wife doesn't even want your second name and that? Like, it's like it got personal real quick. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I don't know.
Let's keep it to football, people. Let's keep it to football.
Yeah, like I'm just glad that nobody got hurt in the whole situation, emotionally or physically. So good. Let's just keep it to football and move on from there, innit?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, shout out to the Dons. They've made it through. I think they've got Crockin Hill in the next round, but yeah, they definitely pulled. Like you said, they pulled the card, the big boy card, and spoke to a couple people up in the FA just to make sure that they're through. I'm sure had a couple of
Listen,
conversations.
they had to make sure that they understood that the
Yeah,
game that they said didn't take place did take place, even if it did take place and we didn't, and we don't. But so, yeah, like so. Listen, they do you know what they've done? They probably showed them the secret footage that nobody else has seen. That's so, and maybe listen. I'm just saying. When the big boys do the big boy things, it is what it is, isn't it? You just have to kind of sit back and admire it and go, all right, cool. Like, whatever it is, I'm sure it was legit.
Yeah, I'm sure it was legit. I'm sure it was legit. And yeah, if you did see the footage, please let us know because I'm still curious to see that game. I'm a big fan in it, so I just want to see the game. And yeah, be interesting. But SC Don's Hatcham, I think it was 8-1. Might have been
Like a
8-1.
9-goal thriller, right?
That's it. And we still listen. We still need to hear from the referee, who apparently was sipping on Bacardi and Cokes, according to Twitter. That's what I've just seen on Twitter.
Yep.
But he was there. The referee was there, but sipping Bacardi and Coke. Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, interesting.
Charge it to the game, innit? You got to charge it to the game.
You gotta charge it to the game.